Hey now, what's up everybody? My name is Mike Brown, aka ReviewKingMB, and I just got done watching Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. Season 3, the finale. It was a 2-hour finale, and man, oh man, do I have some thoughts. I haven't really, I don't think, been talking about Season 3 in any videos all that much, but I will say that I've enjoyed Season 3. In fact, this is probably their best season yet. This season, I think, has been consistently good. The episodes where Daisy was under his control was fascinating. The scene where she revealed her true self and destroyed the compound and got out of there, and the shit that Hive had her doing. Fascinating. I loved it. So now we see Daisy in containment because Lash took the parasite out of her brain, so she's cured. Lash died in the process, so we're done with Lash, I guess. Just when they made Lash cool and interesting and kind of a hero, they killed him, of course. So we see Daisy, and she's all screwed up, and she's mostly blaming herself for the things that she was doing while mind-controlled. And you've seen this before, where a character is beating themselves up because something that they've done and whatnot. But this I completely got why she hated herself for everything that she's done, and that even when another character would try to tell her, it's not your fault, or I forgive you, she wouldn't accept it. The scene with her and Mac, where he was forcing himself to hug her and she wouldn't take it until she finally did, that was great stuff. Even the moment where she came face to face with Hive, and you think she's gonna be angry and stand up to him, but she wanted to be back with him. At first, I was weirded out by that because I just wasn't expecting it. But then the more I think about it, the more it makes sense. They are treating it like it's a drug, like she was going through withdrawals, and she wanted the pain to go away, and if that meant being back with him, then she would do it. She was desperate. But then when you find out that what Lash did made her invulnerable to what he could do, he couldn't control her anymore, then she got enraged. And then it was like, if I can't make this pain go away that way, then I'm just gonna fucking kill him and see if that works. So Daisy is clearly the most fascinating character on this show right now. I really like the actress. I do. The stuff with Hive going crazy because of the shocks they were giving him, and it was forcing the memories to come out, that was really interesting as well. Seeing Ward just going through several events and the several people that he's inhabited, their memories, that was also interesting too and fascinating. I kind of wish there was more of a payoff or it went somewhere. It just kind of gave us a couple of moments where he was acting weird. But the zombie conehead creatures is what I've called them. The forced created Inhumans that they've made, and we get more of them here. And look, I would say that the way that they're written, there's moments with them that are creepy and scary, and hell, even moments that was like a horror movie in a way, like when the smoke was coming in and Fitz was trapped in there, and then when they're grabbing agents and dragging them into the smoke and turning them into these creatures, and then the moment where Mac heard noises in the vents, and that's when they figured out that these creatures are crawling through the vents to get to them. Like, that was working. The problem is that when you look at them, it's fucking stupid. They look awful. The makeup is terrible. Look, I know some people are like, practical effects are 10 times better than CGI, and I'd say for the most part I agree with that. But when you get practical effects like this, it took me out of it. I couldn't take these fuckers seriously. They look like a cross between the Coneheads and Deadpool from X-Men Origins Wolverine. Not the cool Deadpool, but the fucking really lame one with the mouth sewn shut, and the fact that they were like dumb. Like, they just had a scene with the doctor guy trying to get them to remember, and they were acting sort of weird with the tools. Like, it was a comical scene, and then like a little while later I'm supposed to take them as a threat, when they still look the same. Like, again, it could have been creepy. It was still a little bit creepy, but they looked terrible. They did. I'm sorry. Seeing Hive versus Daisy in that fight was very cool. Although when you look at Hive and his outfit, like, could he try to look more like Neo from the Matrix? The all black and the jacket, it was like, okay, he's Neo. Guess that's not necessarily a bad thing, but it is what it is. Finally seeing Hive's real face, the octopus-like head, the Hydra face, that was really cool because when they teased it a few episodes ago, they showed his head changing, but they only showed the people's reaction seeing him. We didn't see it ourselves. That was lame. It was annoying. But here we got to see how he looked, and it was cool. I mean, for TV budget, I shit on the zombie cone head effects, but the Hydra, the Hive face, I think worked. It was cool to see it. Also, Coulson doing the hologram thing and that Star Wars reference was fucking awesome. I feel like this is like the second or third time that I've seen a Marvel property reference Star Wars, but it's all Disney, so they can do it, and I won't complain because it's awesome. It works every single time. We get Lincoln, who takes this shot, this thing explodes and fatally injures his stomach, and he's bleeding out, and look, we went into this episode, I mean, for weeks they've been showing the promotional TV spots of saying who's gonna die on Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. and they've been hyping it of like somebody's gonna die, and that's really cheap. I wish if we were going to tease the fact that somebody was going to die in this episode, I think we could have done like a beginning scene where like we kind of see that long shot of the faraway thing in the cross. Like it's like, okay, it's going to happen here. Somebody's going to die, even though Daisy was the one who had the premonition, the final destination moment where she saw her death and she was trying to prevent it from happening. But it's just... because now I'm sitting here the whole time because of those commercials, watching this episode and going, okay, who's going to die? Which one is it going to be? Is it going to be Yo-Yo because she got shot? Or was it going to be Fitz or Simmons because they're finally in love, they're together, and Simmons was booking a getaway trip for them, and it's like, okay, when that happens... one of them's probably going to die before they ever get to go on the trip. That's what I'm thinking. But when Lincoln said to Coulson, I don't want to be an agent anymore, I'm going to leave after this, I said, well, it's him. It's going to be Lincoln. He's probably going to sacrifice himself for Daisy. And okay, fine. What do you know? That's what happens. Whatever. The fact that was predictable wasn't really the episode's fault. It was more so those commercials of beating me over the head. Somebody's going to die. Think about it. Think about it. Either way, maybe the Lincoln and Sky or Daisy talking to each other on the intercom, maybe that went on a little too long. And when it got cut off, it instantly made me think of Captain America, the first Avenger, with him and Peggy. And you can't beat that. You really can, like, that emotional moment between Peggy and Rogers was such a, like, I cry every time I see that. That here it was just like, okay. I kind of like something about Hive accepting his fate and knowing he's going to die and just kind of being like, I'm going to embrace death, something that I haven't had ever as long as I've been alive. Like, it was an interesting way to go. I kind of didn't need to see Lincoln that long before they blew up. I didn't really need to see all that. You could have just kept it to where the connection cut off, and then maybe they see the explosion from the monitor. Either way, like, maybe it sounds like I'm nitpicking a lot here, and maybe I am, but still, I still enjoyed this episode. I did. I thought a lot of action, but then the very end we get a 6 months later scene, and call me an idiot, but I have a hard time trying to figure out what's going on. So it's 6 months later. I can only assume that Daisy is still guilty over what she had been doing. She's probably even more guilty that Lincoln died for her mistake, her sins, whatever. And it looks like she has left S.H.I.E.L.D. She's a rogue. She's on her own. She's using her powers to like rob banks or something, but she's giving the money to people who, now I don't know who that woman was and the daughter. Like, the bird thing looked familiar. I vaguely remember a character having a bird, a carved bird like that, but like honestly I don't remember. I don't fully remember like who that's for, what those people meant to Daisy. Like, I forget. I'm sorry. If you remember in the comments below, please remind me. Maybe it would make this all make more sense. Coulson and Mac were like really trying to find Daisy, so she really is away from them. She used her quick powers to fly away, so she's Jessica Jones now. It was interesting. I'm definitely intrigued for next season. I guess I didn't fully understand what was going on. That was my only thing about it. But again, fun episode, enjoyable episode, a lot of tension moments, a lot of interesting twists and turns. Yeah, so let me know in the comments below, what did you think of the Season 3 finale of Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D.? Do you guys think that Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. has stepped up? Are they better now, like this season, like I think and said so? Let me know. Thanks for watching. Like, comment, subscribe. Later.